Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Sins of a Solar Empire as we're playing as the Advant Rath. So we can see that one of our ships did just get a level up. So that's our new one, the Rapture Battle Cruiser. So we'll go ahead and get them the Vengeance ability here. So make sure that we're focusing our fire on that laser defense platform. They have another one over here and they are taking out our disciple vessels. Those are easy to destroy though. They actually have quite a few defense platforms. Yeah, they have a good defensive network set up over here. So it's going to take us a little bit of time to get these all destroyed. They also have these factories which will probably be pumping out ships. We got that new cruiser research. So let's go ahead and get, I'll get like 5 of those constructed. So that'll give us 3 strike craft squadrons apiece. Pretty helpful. That means we also need to get something else started on the research. We're going to start with the Purge and then we'll do the Guardians. So those will be helpful for assaulting enemy planets. And then we'll get the quick reaction cycling. And after that, I want to get some of these ship items researched so we can put those on our capital ships. I need to get something else started over here for the Harmony research. Well, we haven't got that influence yet, so that would make sense. Increasing the culture rate, I think we talked about getting that. I haven't done so yet. So yeah, a lot of options available here. I suppose what we'll want to do is this one, the Zealous Warship. Alright, so getting those new ships constructed and they'll be sent over here. Also establishing our culture on that asteroid. And let me make sure that these guys are replacing their losses and then focusing their fire on... I don't think there's anything else left that's still aggressive. I suppose you'd want to take out the factories first though. Maybe the greater factory. Just so they don't... Not with those guys though. Just so they don't build any additional ships. But the capital ships should focus on the planets, obviously. So what I should have did is just went like this. And then get them attacking the greater factory and then they'll do the lesser factory. So we don't have to worry about new ships popping out that we have to destroy. Alright, so let's go ahead and invest in the level 2 here. Make sure we're using our influence. And then we'll see if there's anything we can build in these locations. Because yeah, we haven't gotten the logistics yet. So let's get obviously the extractors and then we'll get the Temple of Communion. Although we don't have enough. Then you know what? Let me only get the one that we need the most of these. So let's see what our current rates are for production. So we're getting 12 for metal, 12.9 for crystals. Okay, we'll do the metal one then, since we can't get them both. And I want to make sure that we're spreading our culture from this direction. So we'll start going through this space here. And then also we'll get our culture spread into these locations. I suppose we could have got the Temple of Communion here as well. That would have been an option. Once we get this conquered. It's taking a while to get that factory destroyed. Let's take a look. See how we're doing on getting these produced. So we got 3 of them. We need to get the Purge vessels, so we can take out these planets faster. We'll probably start with just 2 for now. Yeah, we'll just get those 2. Because we need to get another fleet built, guys. We're definitely exposed having only the one fleet that's all the way over here. If we got attacked in this area, we would have some trouble. We could go ahead and try to do the last survey there to see if that will uncover some exotics that we need. We did get the faster research for the research rate, so we should also invest in that. We'll start getting that. Can't get those on the asteroids, of course. We can only do it on these 2 locations. So I'll invest in those to try and increase the research rate, verbal harmony, and hostility. You know, we need to boost the infrastructure in that location and then get more orbital slots filled here. We need to get the research higher. So let's get one more Temple of Harmony And you know, we'll also get a Temple of Unity in this location. As soon as we did get that planet taken over, and thus that player has lost. So now there's only one Advent faction, and both of these two have leveled up. So we'll get the Colonize first, and then there was another ship that leveled up. That is the battle cruiser, the Rapture. So we need to get the Vertigo still. So make sure we have access to all those abilities. And we need to get another tech here for Harmony. So we're still working on getting to the Harmony 3. In the meantime, we'll get the Sanctuary Spire. That'll be helpful. And maybe the Haven Dome as well. Those are for asteroids. You don't really get a lot of commerce on the asteroids. And then we'll want to go ahead and step up the commerce and the mining in this location. And it seems I didn't finish with the survey in there, so that's good. We could invest in getting this stockpile here, which we do have 4 of those. So I don't know if it's going to be worth it, considering the fact that we have 4 influence points, and we could instead get the level 3 here. So that's what we're going to do, because I want to get that ability. I want to make use of that and put it onto our capital ships. So yeah, we won't invest in that. I don't think that's the best use of our influence at the moment. So we'll get a couple of those Guardian units. It's a large cruiser with support abilities that aid the survival of nearby friendly ships. So we'll get a couple of those constructed, and then let's move over to this ice planet next. And then we'll get the asteroid last, since this will be a little bit more useful for our empire. Alright, so we haven't finished constructing just yet. So over here, we'll want to get the hostility. We'll get 2 of those temples and then 1 of the harmonies, just to get us to level 8 so we can get that next technology level. They do have the ability to get some crystal extractors here. We're fully leveled up when it comes to logistics. That's all we'll be able to get. The exotic refinery would take 3, so we won't have space in this particular location. So we'll probably just get the crystal extractors. Could also get a Temple of Unity. Maybe we'll do 1 of those and then 1 crystal extractor. And then we'll finish up by getting the research rates. We got that Sanctuary Spire. Alright, excellent. So we'll start out with that here in the capital. Increases the credit commerce income by 50%. So that's a significant bonus there. Probably want to put it here too. Because again, the credits is one thing we do have issues with. And then we can also get the Haven Dome once we have that researched. However, that does require one of our exotic resources. So something to consider, and whether or not you want to put that everywhere. Did we build up all the defenses here? We did not. So let's go ahead and place 1 more. You know what? Let's get 1 more beam defense, rather than putting another laser defense there. Alright, so that looks pretty solid. Eventually we're going to want to get the space station, the starbase. That's their unique starbase that they have access to. We could in fact research that now. We could also get the max armor points. Probably should do that, since we got all these ships unlocked. We're going to need to get the max supply increased as well. So let's go ahead and put that in our queue. And then we'll do the starbase. But we really need to start getting some of these items for our ships, so we can put those on the capitals. Just increase their durability a bit. Alright, so we have attacked this location. Since they have a bit of defenses, let's go and focus our attack on that first beam defense platform. And I guess we also need to replace our losses here. We should set up our research to go ahead and start on the level 3s. So we can only afford to do 1 right now, but that's okay. We're still researching here. We have lots of stuff lined up. While with the Harmony research, I do want to move to that next level. So I think it's good that we prioritize that for the moment. So our fleet did lose a couple more of the disciple vessels. We might stop using those eventually. For now, we'll continue to use 10. As we get some of these bigger ships, I think we'll focus, when it comes to frigates, more on the Tempest. And then we'll want to have those purge vessels as well for taking out the planets a little bit quicker. But we'll keep them at the moment, because we still need to get some more ships. And again, I do want to build this Radiance battleship, but we have not been lucky in finding those exotics, unfortunately. Do we have any more scanning that we can do? We've done the scanning here, but we can scan this location. And then we've also taken this over, so we need to invest in the commerce and the mining here. I suppose we should do commerce first, since that seems to be our main shortage. In fact, we might even want to start selling some more of that metal and crystal. And then I should have done this research here, since it's a little bit cheaper. That survey is what I mean. A little bit cheaper than going all the way up to level 4 there. So far we've not seen any attacks here. I think that's just because these guys are just fighting so much among themselves. Like I was saying last episode, I did start over in this location on one of the 2 I played. I did both of those campaigns on the hard difficulty, and when I played over here it wasn't too bad. Yeah, you can see that they're fighting them. But when I started over here, man, I struggled. It was a real struggle. And I didn't want to be in that situation again in this playthrough, because we would not have gotten it done in any kind of reasonable amount of time, because there's just a lot of back and forth. The AI was really putting up quite a fight. So for level 3 harmony, I think we should go and start with the homeworld prophecy. This is pretty powerful for our capital, increasing both the civilian and military orbit slots, increasing the max health, and grants credit, metal, and crystal income. So pretty useful. And then I think it's obvious that we need to get that exotic refinery, since we're so limited without that. And so we want to get that, and then we'll want to get it built. Kind of prioritize that. Alright, so we can't get this until we get the 4th influence point, which we'll have soon. And that will be what we're going to be getting. Oh, that's interesting. We got this planet artifact, the matter synthesizer. Reduces the price for factory units and orbital structures. We want to put that on one of our new planets to maximize the benefits. But yeah, we're going to go and get the military observers. This will increase the ship kill experience for the capital ship you place it on, and also decrease their ability cooldown. So pretty useful. And we're going to want to put that on, probably on our battleship here. Yeah, let's go and get that placed so that they'll get experience faster. We'll also want to put that on our Titan whenever we get it. So let me see, do we want to put it, yeah, we'll put it on this planet since it's a desert planet and thus gets all the bonuses that we get for desert planets. So we want to get that matter synthesizer. And then let's also get the Shrine of Prophecy over here, since that gives the +3 for the research points. And so we'll need to get some more harmony research, which I suppose we'll build those here once we construct the logistics. But before we do that, let's invest in the mining here. There's a lot of other stuff we need to build and invest in as well. We got 2 techs set up, so that's pretty good. But we need to finish up with our home planets here. We need to get that research rate up. Let's go and build those Temple of Harmonies over here, just to get us up to the same level that we're at on the hostility. Get us up to level 11 for now. I want to increase that further. I think that's good for the moment. And we're going to need to get some more infrastructure here, but let's get the research one, and then we'll do the infrastructure. I think defense, they're probably good for now. I don't expect that they'll get attacked, or hopefully not. Somebody would have to go through this asteroid first. We got our fleet moving over to this location, getting additional exotics, just finishing up the surveying and all of our locations, which I think that's it. Yeah, that was the last one that we needed to do. I assume that this asteroid here, yeah, is surveyed already. So we're going to need to conquer another planet. This planet is open for conquest, but again, we do have to defend it or spend our influence regularly to do the recognized legitimacy. So I've been waiting until we have more influence. We won't invest in that, so we don't really need that resource at the moment. Let's go and get some infrastructure over here. Can also get a building started up. Credit income isn't high here. We'll probably still get the Sanctuary Spire just because it's so good. With that 50% bonus, it's pretty useful. So as we're getting that infrastructure produced, we might want to go ahead and get some Temple of Unities here. We can also get some Harmonies and Hostility ones. Yeah, we'll get one of each of these for right now. And you see our culture spreading everywhere, so that's fantastic because we do get all those bonuses. And we need to get hostility research going. So let's go ahead and start working on those ship items as well as this. That needs to be done too, so we can start getting the hostility 3s, but we can do those simultaneously. So let's get these ship items. We'll wait to get that planet item. I want the ship items first. The ones that we'll make use of anyways. So we'll set all those up. I think that's good for now. So we'll do those 3, and then next we'll start working on the hostility tax. I don't know that we'll get this guiding mentor. That gives you the plus 20% ship kill experience, but because we can get that from this minor faction here with the ability cooldown reduction, given it does cost influence to do that, I think it's just a better option. And so we're going to want to get that instead. Alright, so our fleet has taken this over. Doesn't look like it was too much of a fight here. So let's go and begin moving them over here. I'm going to have it pause because we need to get some harmony research set up. Which again, we have a lot of options since we have that Tech 3 unlocked. Should probably focus on mining rates initially. And here's another increase of mining rate for locations where our culture is dominant. So we'll get that, and then the unity and the focus bonus. So I think that's good for now. And we also already have some hostility research set up. The other reason why I have it paused is because we want to set up those exotic refineries. So we have the additional slots here. We also still have some logistics available. So let's get one set up over here at the capital, and then we'll invest fully in the logistics so we can get the metal and crystal extractor. We might just try and finish this up. So we'll need to get several of these temples. Yeah, we'll get a bunch of these here. Try and step up our research. We know that we're going to eventually need to do that, so might as well do it now. Alright, so that's everything we'll be able to get in this location. We'll also fill out the last research rate. We do still have an empty planet slot. We'll do that soon. First, let's go and get those exotic refineries built, since we're going to need several of those. And we can also get the metal and crystal extractors here, maybe another Temple of Unity. And I think we got a Temple of Communion over here, so it's not necessary to get another one. Yeah, that's fine. You can see the culture's already spread everywhere. So yeah, we don't need to get another one over here. But what we do need to get is additional factories. We really don't have many factories at the moment. I think just the ones at our capital, right? We're going to have to sell some of that metal, clearly. First, let's get this lesser factory built. And we still have some slots available once we get the logistics. Let's go and sell the metal because we got a ton of that while we're short on both the crystals and the credits. Got that increased weapon damage since we did get the level 3 here. We'll finish up these techs and then we'll set up some level 3 stuff to get. Need 6 points, so thus we won't be able to get it for that last one. It gives you access to the exotic vaults, so you can request exotic goods from them. And then we also need to get this one invested in. So we'll get that, and then we'll start doing the pirates. I did kind of neglect the pirates a little bit. Feel bad. So we'll start working on them soon. Alright, so doing much better on all our income types. We haven't invested in this asteroid over here just yet. So let's go ahead and do so. Still got a ton of stuff left to get. Like this location here, we want to get an exotic refinery. And maybe just kind of fill them out here. So we can get more crystal extractors. Can they build up any further? They cannot. Okay, so we'll just get the crystal extractor, and you know what? Actually, let's not get those and get factories instead, since that's all we can get here. I think we're doing pretty good when it comes to our economy, and so I want more locations where we can build ships, particularly once we start attacking over this way. Now the fleet is going to go after that Terran planet. I'm going to try and get it taken over, and then we'll have to make use of this diplomacy here, the recognized legitimacy, in order to keep them from attacking us. And then we can eventually build up defenses. However, I've found that even when you get it fully built up with a starbase, it's still not really enough. Speaking of star bases, we can go ahead and build one over here. So we'll place this big bad boy right there. And then we want to get another one over here, just protecting the entrances to our space. So we got both of those constructed, so that nobody can enter these two areas. Again, this is just one really nice thing about being on this side of the map, is you can lock it down and nobody else can really come over here without entering your choke points. It's very powerful when you get over here, but if you're over here, then it's a completely different situation and can be a bit rough. Now you do have choke points here. I'm not sure if those change with the rotation at all. Yeah, you can see some phase lanes changing up there. Yeah, certainly not as easy to lock down as it is over here. And it really depends on where you're at as well. So we need to get those level 3 hostility techs. So we'll get that starting experience. We're going to be building a bunch of capital ships here soon, now that we're going to be able to just produce the exotic resources. In fact, we already have the tech. We just need to get those built, and then we'll be able to do that. I think we can set it up though. It's going to get these nice passive bonuses for shields. I think we can already set up to build those capital ships. Alright, so that's all of our resources. Obviously can't build them now because it just spent everything we had there. Yeah, getting the fleet sent over there. They've almost arrived. And yeah, it seems that we can go in and get those constructed. So rather than adding these two here, I would like to get the carrier. I think we need to get the second fleet built. This is the longest I've gone before getting a second fleet, I think. I don't know, we might have had one of those other series where it took us a bit longer. But it would be wise for us to go ahead and get one more fleet started up here, and we'll go and start here at the Greater Factory with the Radiance battleship. So same one that we started with the first fleet, Alpha Fleet. And having two fleets will allow us to attack in both directions. So we want to go over here, get that taken over. You can see we're already spreading our culture there. We could use our abilities. We have Unity, so we could get the conversion now. And then we can make use of that. Spread our culture faster. It might not be necessary. But just allow us to take over the planet quicker, because the planet has 32, almost 3,300 health. And so if we just didn't want to wait to bombard that, then we could do it a lot quicker using that ability. We could spend further Unity. Get the Clairvoyance. I think everything else is a bit too expensive. Yeah, we'll just save it for right now. Yeah, we'd have to wait until our culture goes all the way up. So one option would be to use this to increase the culture. Let's go ahead and do that. Show how it works. And you'll see that the culture will increase rapidly now that we made use of that ability. And let's make sure these guys are focused on their fire on the defense platforms. You can see it's all glowing as we use that ability. You see that their fleet is attacking over here. So if we don't want to have to fight all those, we might want to use the option here for the recognized legitimacy, but we need to take over the planet first. So let's go ahead and now use the conversion. They're almost there, 98%. Alright, so it's 100%. Let's go and use the conversion, and then we'll see that the health will start ticking down. And if it gets to 0, all the effect is still going, then they'll just automatically join us. Now that does mean we don't get the benefit from colonizing it, but at least their health will be lower. We're going to go ahead and invest just 2 points here, since this will cost 2 points. So I'll try and get access to that. It's not super important since we have 16 of those. In fact, maybe we shouldn't invest in this because we do have so many of them already. So yeah, we're in quite a fight over here. I don't know that we're going to get any more of those. Let's instead increase the Purge vessels. Let's make sure we're focusing our fire on these, getting those ramped up. We can also spend these influence points on the pirates. We talked about doing that. Still have enough points to do the recognized legitimacy, so not an issue there. We see that the health is still ticking down. Oh, it's going up now. Okay, so that means we will be able to colonize it, but we brought the health down by a lot, so it's going to be a lot easier. However, we now have to fight these guys, which I don't actually want to do. Because yeah, they have a lot of ships. But might be worth it in the long run. So we can get control of this planet. Because if we do the truce, then we won't be able to colonize it. So let's take these out. It's going to be a tough fight, but it's not the same as attacking their home planets where you see they have a lot of supply. They're going to keep sending these ships after us here. What we could also do if the fight goes long enough is do the conversion again, since it is of our culture here. We have a lot of points to spend. We need to get more harmony research in our queue, so go ahead and do that. Increase the culture rate. Yeah, that would be nice and quite helpful as we're trying to spread our culture. We can get more focus too. And then we'll get the increased orbital extraction rate for crystals, and then end here with this. This will result in us getting detection in any location where our culture is dominant. So that means we'll get detection all over here. Not in this area though. Clearly they have a lot more culture, and thus we haven't been able to spread. I think that's the issue. We also don't have that culture building at this particular location. We have finished up the starbase here, so we could get some basic starbase items, increasing the structural integrity, the shields. We'll start with that for now. Maybe we'll get some of these other things later once we're able to research those. Just increase its durability. Same thing with this one over here. So it'll be harder to destroy this. Well, that's it for now. Let's go ahead and dip back over to Alpha Fleet, see how they're doing. So they're still working on this, but we can go ahead and do the conversion now if we wanted to. Because yeah, the health is going up again. We're doing this fight here. Again, it's a tough fight. A lot of ships, but it looks like we are winning it. Yeah, just some corvettes here. Also, we just leveled up. So let's go ahead and get them the next domination. So we'll see that will result. We look at our supply. We'll be taking over their ships. So we already have one of their heavy cruisers. That's the main one I see here. We do need to take advantage of our additional orbital slots here. We can get 6 more things, or use up 6 more slots. And I really feel like more temples is what we need. We need to get those built up a bit more. So we'll do 2 more of those here, and then also 2 temples of unity. And then we have some unity that we can invest. We could do the Sanctify 3. We have 205 focus. I don't recall how much the third one costs. But ticking these ones up would be pretty helpful as well. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that one, so we get the culture ticked up quicker. And then that's all we're gonna get for right now. Not gonna get those cheaper abilities, we just don't need them. This looks like a large Vasari fleet might be heading over here next. That's just, well, that might be the first ship coming. Okay, so they might finally be attacking us, and we can only see them because, yeah, they are attacking us because of our culture there. Did we ever get that new capital ship constructed? Yeah, we did. I've just been neglecting it here. So let's go and get the beta fleet. We'll also want to get them leveled up, which we've invested in those techs, so we should be able to get, I think, all 3 of these, right? Yeah, we can get all 3 of them. And then we'll add them to the control group too. And we'll need to get them some ships. So let's go ahead and get, won't build any more of the disciple vessels. We'll get the Tempest though. They'll need the purge vessel. We'll just get 2 for now. Need several of these, and we'll get 2 of those. That's what we'll start with. And then let me see how Alpha Fleet is doing on getting them destroyed. Alright, so there's still a few ships over here, and we haven't taken this over just yet. We never even destroyed the defense platforms. Alright, so taking some time here. We can get the Cleansing Brilliance, and this is for our Radiance battleship. So that fires a devastating beam of light at the targeted enemy unit, which spreads to enemies within a radius. All are dealt immense damage over a short duration. Alright, so let's go and see if they did in fact attack us here. Maybe not. Maybe they just scouted out and they said, nope, no thank you. Went over here and attacked this location instead. Alright, so it gave us more time. That's one of the benefits of building up the defenses. I have noticed the AI does scout out locations, and if it looks like they can't win, then they'll retreat. So we do have control of those heavy cruisers. Excellent. And those are automatically in the fleet, even if you can't see them here, because they're like considered under the control of that one ship. Yeah, we're going to invest in this. I don't want to invest any more than 2 points, because we want to get the truce with them as soon as we finish taking this over here, which won't take much longer, guys. They're attacking us again. Alright, just focus on taking this, just take this over, guys. It's almost done. Alright, so we've done it, and thus let's go ahead and now get the truce. Recognize legitimacy, and so they'll go back to their home station. And so this is under our control, and we're going to want to probably focus on the defense, just in case I don't have the ability to, stop the war with them, get the truce. And we'll invest 3 points in that credits there. And then let's go ahead and get this fleet moving, I think, after those guys. They seem like the ones most likely to attack us. Now, we will not attack here. We would not win. You can see 951 supply. Probably not going to go our way, guys. And we do need to get some additional capital ships here. I want to fill them out. Get all 5 of the different capital ships. We did win that auction, so finally got a victory there. So got a ton of credits. I mean, we're doing great on resources, and I'm neglecting our technology, so let's go ahead and get these started up over here. We also want to get some additional ships. Get these researched. I want to do all of them. Let's do the Sentinel first, and then we'll do that one. We haven't got the passive bonuses yet, but I want to get those ships started up. So then, after we get that, we'll start to get the secondary bonuses, also the ship items to put on the capital ships. Still need to do that. So we'll get the beam weapons here, the laser weapons, just really add on here, so I don't have to pop back in here for a little while, since again, I do keep neglecting it. This gives you 6 extra military orbit slots, so very helpful. That's everywhere, by the way. So very powerful, since you can build up your defenses and locations by quite a bit more. Alright, so we got all those passive bonuses laid out. We're already researching ahead here, but we can get the culture resistance as well. Let's kind of lay this out for a little while. And eventually you want to go ahead and get these started too. We have the resources, might as well do it. Let me just see if there's anything else we want over here, like have to have. I don't think so. I think we got pretty much the main things that we wanted for the moment. So let's go ahead and get both of these started up. Since again, we're swimming in resources outside of crystal. We're now short on the crystal. Alright, so this fleet is building up. We'll want to get them the Rapture battle cruiser. And eventually when we have them the rest of the crystals, we want to get the mothership, then the carrier, and the Revelation battle cruiser. In fact, let's just go ahead and buy some crystals, since that's our main shortage, and we have the credits at the moment. So we'll just go ahead and purchase those. So they continue to send all these scout ships, and it's just not going well for them. So yeah, we'll get that mothership started up. And then as we research these, we'll add them to our fleets. Now we didn't get the ship items, so we'll want to do that. These still need to be researched, but eventually they'll get those for us. So we'll go and start, and this is that Radiance battleship. We'll go and start with the extra shields there. Some of these, again, are being researched. Looking at what we have on here, we have the beam and plasma weapons. So getting the plasma upgrade, I think, would be helpful. So we'll start with that. And then we'll take a look at this capital ship. Because yeah, there are going to be some things we want to get here as well. Probably the same things. Yeah, we'll get that one. We're researching the plating, or we should be. So we'll get that on there too. We have the Xi power currently, so we'll just have those on here. And then on this one, we didn't do the plating. So we'll get that. And then the last slot here, what we should get is the military observers as soon as we have the 4 point. So we'll put that on there. We just constructed another ship. Okay, so let me go ahead and dip back over there. I should have used that button. So that's over here. This is the Revelation battlecruiser, which we haven't had yet. So I want to show what their abilities are. Just hover over these so you can see. So we'll get the Quell, which pacifies the crew of all structures and starbases in the target area for a period of time, preventing them from taking any action. You know, actually we can get all three. So we'll start with that, and then I know that this is going to take them a while to get these, considering the fact that not only do we have to research those, but we have to build the exotic resources. Do we have anywhere else that we haven't scanned yet? We should take a look at that. And we got that new ship. I feel like we have scanned everywhere. Yeah, because this area was already scanned. Yeah, this new one's been scanned too. Now I haven't started up the defenses here. We built it up, but didn't do anything with it. So let's go ahead and start with that. And I want to put these towards the front, since we know where they're going to be attacking from. So we got several of these, as well as the starbase here, because again, all this is going to be necessary. And because we built the defenses up so much, we can get a lot of stuff here. So I spent all of our credits. So I have to save up a bit more, and then we'll be able to finish this up and just get 2 more of these places. We didn't get a Temple of Renewal. Okay, so we still need to get that. That's 2 slots. And I don't think we researched it either. Oh, my bad. Alright, we'll go ahead and do that then. Get that place. And that leaves 1 more slot for a laser defense platform. As soon as we have the money for it, we'll get that placed. Alright, excellent. So we built out the military as much as we can. And then from here, we'll want to start actually investing in the commerce and the mining, particularly the commerce right now, since we're having the biggest problem with credits at the moment. So here in the minor factions, let's get that military observer. And then we want to add it to this capital ship here for the last slot. Alright, we also finish up the Rapture battle cruiser. I think that's for that fleet. So yeah, we'll get all of these unlocked. And then get the basic stuff on there for defense. We'll do the offensive stuff a little bit later. Let's just make sure we keep our capital ships alive. Alright, so these guys are over here. We haven't built the new ships yet, the Illuminator. So we're going to build several of those. We don't have any credits. We need to purchase, or excuse me, sell metal. Because we actually have quite a bit of metal to sell. So that we can build at least 5 of those for right now in both of our 2 fleets. And just short on getting the 5th one. There we go. Beautiful. So we'll get those constructed. I don't really think we need to wait on it. Our fleet's pretty powerful at the moment. I think they might still be waiting on some capital ships. Well, that's okay. Let's go and get them sent over to here where nobody actually owns this. Again, that's that neutral ground where the dead asteroids are. So finally doing our attacks, we've locked down these areas, built them up. Now our economy is really booming. Did we invest in all of the orbital slots here? We did. Outside of the defensive ones where it's just not necessary unless they break through these areas, which hopefully won't happen. Let's go and get that mothership upgraded. Focusing on that colonize. We'll get that one. Yeah, I guess we'll just get all 3 for now. And again, same old thing here, getting those defensive ones from the start. Alright, so we did finish up all of our Harmony research just about. Getting the Wall of Faith. We've unlocked the Harmony 4s. And so we're going to want to go ahead and start investing in those. Probably start with the Influence here. This increases the distance that we can see enemy ships if we have the dominant culture there. Well, I think we should get this one first. We'll need that. And then the extraction rate for the crystal should probably be prioritized before we do the metal one. And we are short on credits, so we'll just get that one for now. And then we'll come back into it. This will allow us to get credits. Let's go and invest 3 points into it. Hopefully that's enough. And let's also hope that they don't attempt to attack us anytime soon, because we're still getting our defenses built up. We got a few things. Oh, of course. Alright, so we're going to need to go ahead and do the recognized legitimacy. I'm glad that we didn't spend that yet. I highly doubt we're going to get that, but I think it's worth trying for 1 point, because you never know. Maybe our enemies don't have any points at the moment and can't invest in it. Alright, so all the fleet should be coming over here. Still need to get 2 more capital ships here. We eventually get those for them. And we also need to get more Tempest vessels. We'll get them up to 10 there. We did lose the auction. Somebody had 8 points to spend. Wow. Okay, so yeah, we had no chance getting that. I probably shouldn't even have attempted to. Alright, so our fleet is here. Let's see where we want to go next. Do we want to attack the TEC, which seems to be incredibly dominant at the moment, or instead go after the Vasari? I think we should go here first, because we could lock this area down, like set up defenses. Because remember, this one, you can't build anything. And so then we could set the defenses here and then start attacking this way if we wanted to take out that Vasari. I think that's the best way to go. So we'll take that out and then get the defenses built. Which we do have the 5 purge vessels, so it should be a little bit quicker to do that. And these guys do need those additional capital ships, so we'll get those started. And then one thing we should probably do is prioritize getting the Coronata Titan and just throw that to the front. Since, you know, we want to get it constructed and then actually get to use it. Alright, so let's go and see how these guys are doing. Okay, so this does not have much health at all. Yeah, they just kind of took it over and then took off. So this will be really easy for us to take over. Yeah, they were taking over the primacy, I mean. We're taking over the other TEC, which they're called the Enclave. And you can see that they're barely still in the game if our reconnaissance is up to date, because it's not always the case. They still have their home planets as far as we know. I guess we could take a look and see if they've been knocked out. No, the only ones that have been knocked out is the ones that we destroyed, the Advent. So they're still in it. They have their home planet, and then they have this planet and the asteroid, but I think that's it. And so they're struggling. So we've taken over this planet. Excellent, so it wasn't a difficult fight. Before we leave, we'll set up the defenses. We'll just focus on defense here. And then get a bunch of stuff constructed. We'll make sure we get that Temple of Renewal as well. And then we'll do the defense platforms, which we can get a lot here. Probably not going to be able to afford to get everything, but we'll get as much as we can before we go broke. Which looks like it's about now. Alright, so that's good. And we won't take off until after we've gotten some of those constructed. So we'll leave our fleet over here. If somebody attacks, then we'll get them destroyed. Yeah, we don't want them to easily take this over. So let's let a few things construct. And then we'll leave and start moving over here. This fleet should be about ready to go. Not looking anywhere near as strong, obviously, but this is good enough. Also, we got the subjugators, so we need to construct those and the sentinels. So let's do this fleet first, since they need them a bit more. And then go ahead and send these guys over to this neutral location. Well, this support cruiser, we'll just get 2 of those, because I want to get 5 of these in each of the fleets. So yeah, we'll focus on them first. We also have access to the Crusaders. So we got those researched. We just need to build them, and they're very expensive. This is the Advent's elite cruiser. It boasts powerful plasma weapons effective against star bases. So we haven't researched that one yet. I think that's a level 4 one. Okay, so we haven't gotten that. We still need to research it. So that's good for these guys. Let's go ahead and get them their sentinels, as well as their subjugators. So I have to come back to them to get that finished up. We got that carrier constructed, excellent. So let's go ahead and get their abilities. I don't know if I've shown these yet. Got the telekinetic push. This gives them more squadrons, and this makes their squadrons better. Allows them to like focus their fire. And yeah, we're so broke. Unfortunately, we need to sell more of our resources. So there's just some trade ships in here. So that's the TEC trade network. We're starting to disrupt it. So let's go and sell the metal and the crystals, since credits continue to limit us when we're trying to build these ships here. Alright, so that's pretty good for now. We still have some military command limits. We're going to be getting that Titan soon. We got that researched, but I think we're short. We're going to put this in the Alpha Fleet, by the way. Yeah, we're short on the credits. So we need to sell some additional crystals and metal in order to get that 8,000 that is necessary to purchase not just the Titan, but all of the exotic resources that we need, since we'll need to build those. So we'll get that started. That'll take a while, guys, because you got to construct the exotic resources and then you got to construct the Titan. Let's go and spend our Unity points here since we had 6. Then we'll save the rest of those. And we got that research complete that was necessary in order to get the Titan. Unfortunately, we do have to end today's episode here. So right as we're making our attacks into these additional systems, we can see that one of our enemies, the TEC Primacy, is certainly doing much better than the other ones. In fact, they're almost as powerful as us. Just looking at their planets, I'm counting 10 here, and some of this information might not be accurate, which would mean that they have more colonized locations than us, because remember, this counts both the planets and the asteroids. We have 11, and if I'm counting 10 and then some of this is inaccurate, the TEC might be doing much better than we are. Outside of their trade ships, we haven't really seen much of them, and I think that's because they've been focusing on fighting their other neighbors here, and again, having a lot of success doing so. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Remember, if you're interested in wishlisting the game, which comes out on Steam on August 15th, there is a link in the description of this video. So I do hope to see you guys on the next one, and thanks for watching.